Time in YouTube, and welcome back to Theme Deck Corner. Today we're going to be looking over the brilliant Thunder deck brought to us in the Flashfire set. This deck primarily looks over Heliolisk. Lightning-based Pokemon, 90 HP, Stage 1. It has Parabolic Charge for 1 colorless energy. Search your deck for up to 2 energy cards, reveal them, and put them into your hand. Shuffling afterwards, of course. And then its actual attack is Quick Attack, 1 Lightning, 2 colorless. It's going to do 60 damage. Plus, if we flip a coin and get heads, we're going to do 30 more. Not bad. Not amazing, but that's why it has an array of supporting cast. To start off with this, we're going to look over Lopunny. 90 HP, colorless Pokemon, Stage 1 as well. It has an ability called Big Jump. Once during your turn, you may return this Pokemon and all cards attached to it to your hand. So if it gets forced in the active position, and you don't want it there, you can get it out of there. If it's taken a lot of damage and you're threatened by getting knocked out, get it out of there. Unfortunately, though, it does have a repercussion in its attack. First off, it costs 3 energy. Now sure, 3 energy is not too bad for a main attacker, but for a subsidiary character where you're going to be getting rid of him out of your line of sight for a bit, 3 energy is a lot, especially when it's only 80 damage. The other negative, too, is we have to flip a coin. And if tails, this Pokemon can attack during your next turn. Therefore, you'd want a big jump out of the active position or retreat. Either which way is easier for you. Our next focus is going to be Fletchinder. There is no Talonflame in the deck, so please don't look for it when you're searching. This Pokemon has 80 HP, Fire type, Stage 1 as well. It only has 1 attack, but it is Fire Breathing. For 1 Fire Energy, we can do 20 damage. And again, if we flip a coin, if heads, this attack's going to do 20 more. Which isn't too bad. Usually we can put this Pokemon in the lead. It gives us a chance to kind of set up with another more expensive attack coming from another Pokemon, while this guy's at least damaging some sort of effect. Not too bad. Our next line is actually going to be a Stage 2 line into Pidgeot. Now, it's definitely got the highest HP, sitting at 130 colorless. It's got 2 attacks. Its first attack for 2 colorless energy is Clutch. It's going to do 40 damage. Benefit to it as well is the defending Pokemon can't retreat during your opponent's next turn. So if we're not ready to take out the opponent with the next move, we can keep them in sight with Clutch. However, we do want to benefit from the next move called Strong Gust. For 3 colorless energy, we can do 60. However, during our next turn, this Pokemon's Strong Gust is going to do 60 more damage. So we're going to be able to do 120 damage. In Theme Deck format, that's a lot, which is awesome. But again, this is a Stage 2 Pokemon, so we're going to have a hard time getting it out. But we're going to try anyway. We're going to see if we can pull off the Stage 2. Moving on, we have Snorlax. We're not even going to see a lot of this Pokemon. This Pokemon is not even good as a bench warmer. It is a basic with 130 base HP. It is colorless, meaning it can soak up a lot of hits. Unfortunately, it has a really bad ability. It's called Stir and Snooze. If this Pokemon is asleep, flip 2 coins instead of 1. And between turns, if either of them is tails, this Pokemon is still asleep. Meaning there's no real way to keep us guaranteeing our way to wake up. Flipping heads on 1 coin flip is hard enough. Getting onto that second coin flip, though, is kind of difficult, and it's not really reliable. Not to mention, we're putting 4 energy into its attack to even use it. Sleepy Press does 120 damage flat, so it's definitely one of the strongest moves in our deck. However, it also benefits in the fact that it heals 20 damage from this Pokemon. However, it leads to an immediate negative. we're going to be put to sleep by using it. So we're forced to use Stir and Snooze. Again, this is a great bench warmer, but it's not a great Pokemon to utilize. It even has a 4 retreat cost, so we can't really switch it out even if we want to. Our next Pokemon is going to be Rapidash. 90 HP, stage 1 again, fire Pokemon. Its first attack is going to be Agility. 1 fire energy, it's going to do 20 damage. We get to flip a coin, and if heads, we get to prevent all effects of attacks, including damage, done to this Pokemon during our opponent's next turn. Not too bad, keeps us stable, keeps us flowing, keeps us going, and lets us get into the next attack, which is Overrun, which is 2 colorless energy, which is perfect when you're using 2 different colors in a deck. It's going to do 40 damage, and this attack does 20 damage to one of our opponent's bench Pokemon. A little bit of sniping is always nice in a deck. Our last fire Pokemon in the deck is Torkoal. 100 base HP, fire type. This guy is a good Pokemon in this format. It has for 1 fire energy, live cold. So right off the bat, we're able to do 20 damage. Not bad at all. And then we can get into Flamethrower. For 2 fire energies and 1 colorless, we're going to do 80 damage. There is a downside, though. If we flip Tails, we're going to have to discard one of those precious energies. Now, of course, we could discard the lightning energy. Spoilers for the rest of the deck. But it's an energy we've lost to the discard. And our last Pokemon line in the deck is Luxio. No Luxray, so please don't search for it. Again, stage 1, but he only has 80 HP. Lightning Pokemon, though, its first attack is Bite. For 1 lightning energy, we're going to do 20 damage. Again, not too bad. Gets a nice start out. But its main focus is Electric Counter. 2 lightning energies and 1 colorless energy, and we're going to do 40 times. And this is 40 times the number of prizes our opponent has taken. So the more Pokemon we lose, the stronger Luxio's final attack is going to be. It's a great counter. It's a revenge killer. It's going to do a lot of support at the end of a game. If we're in a struggle match, Luxio is there to protect us. Moving on to our item line, we've got 1 Evosoda. So we can look through our deck for 1 evolution card, and I guarantee you, there's plenty of them. So only getting 1 Evosoda, we have to use it properly. We have to use it on that Pokemon that we need to stay in the active position as long as we can. To help us get a couple cards, though, we do have Fiery Torch. Discard a fire energy and draw 2 cards. I like it. Unfortunately, we are discarding our plethora of energy cards, so we are needing to be resourceful here. Is 2 additional cards worthy of the energy at the time? Maybe, maybe not. That's the gamble we take with these cards. But to help out Fiery Torch, we're going to use Professor's Letter, and I do believe we get 2 of them. We get to search our deck for up to 2 basic energy cards, reveal them, and put them into our hand. So this helps us not only get ourselves stable with our Pokemon, but with the right trainer support, we can use our items effectively. We do have 1 Roller Skates, flipping a coin. If heads, draw 3 cards. It's a bit of a gamble, but the reward is worth it if it works out. We have 1 Startling Megaphone. Now this is a good item card in the sense that it discards all Pokemon tools attached to our opponent's Pokemon. You just don't see a lot of item cards in theme deck. Now it's not unheard of. There are decks definitely out there that do have them. Especially Lucky Helmet is pretty popular right now. Getting into our supporters, we have a new one, Blacksmith. This guy is perfect. We want to discard fire energies. This guy wants to bring them back. Attach 2 fire energy cards from your discard pile to one of your fire Pokemon. Rapidash, Fletchinder, Torkoal, you are going to love this man. He is going to benefit you in ways you can't understand. Partnering him, we have a Pokemon Center Lady. Actually, we have 2 of them. They heal 60 damage and remove all special conditions from our Pokemon. These ladies can come clutch mid-game when we're in a problem, we're needing support. They're here to help us out. And lastly, Pokemon Fan Club. We have a lot of basics in the deck. Let's get them out here. He's going to help us out. And let's boost our bench while we can. We get to search for 2 basics, reveal them, and put them into our hand. Usually put them on the bench afterwards. And to round out the deck, we do have 9 and 9 of our energies. So 9 fire, 9 electric energies. Not a too bad theme deck, but obviously our whole point of this video is to see how it actually works. So let's hurry on and get into a game. Our first opponent of the day is going to be against Zarius. They're playing a water deck. We get to choose the coin. So, wow. I get to call the coin. That's the one. We're going to call tails. We lose the coin flip. Not a big deal. And he's going to decide if we're going to go first or second, and they're going to play first. So we're going to go second. This is all right. We're seeing a bunch of Baneri. So our opponent picks his basic. I don't really want to lead with a Baneri, but I don't really see much of a choice. I'm going to play both Baneris and the Shinx. And the idea here is to let the Baneris go down and kind of come in with the, hopefully to be Luxio, and kind of set him up. So he roller skates. He got 3 additional cards. He actually played a Muscle Band also on this field. Water Energy on this field. And then they pass the turn. There we go. Let's see. So I have a Lightning Energy, which I'd like to play on the Shinx. And I'm going to Professor's Letter just to get the 2 energies out of the deck, so I don't draw them. I think I'm going to draw 2 Lightning Energy. Because from the way the deck's running right now, it looks like Shinx may be the way to go. And unfortunately, we're going to just pass the turn. We're going to let him try and knock out this little Bunnelby here. There's that Water Energy for Ice Ball. They're going to do... Oh, it's not Ice Ball anymore, folks. It is Freezing Headbutt. We're going to take 30, and they're going to flip to see if we become paralyzed. And the following turn, they're going to get a Wall Rain. Freezing Headbutt, 30 damage. Nope, 50. And we get paralyzed. This poor Baneri. So, I'm going to attach an energy to Shinx. I'm not going to evolve yet. I'm simply just going to end the turn. I feel bad for this Baneri, but I do need it to go down. And I need this other Baneri to go down, so Luxio can do 80 damage. Now, unfortunately, it's not going to be enough to take out the 150 base HP Wall Rain. However, we need to come back with something. We need to combat with something. They're playing an Acrobite after that, Shauna. We're seeing a Pokemon Fan Club hit the discard after they drew. So they're knocking us off. We're going to take 70. Baneri, you died. There's not much else I can say. You died. They jumped... I know they were supposed to jump out of the game, but not into that pile. Our opponent is going to take a few seconds, figure out which prize card they need, and I'm just going to lead the other Baneri. Bunnelby. I don't need an Evosoda. It's not really necessary, I don't think. I'm going to energize Shinx. And I'm going to pass the turn. I'm kind of hoping for another basic on the following turn. Maybe let them take another prize. I need some support. Luxio isn't strong enough to take it out at the moment. It's only going to do 80 damage. It's only going to do 80 damage. And it's already fully set up with Frozen Splash. It's going to do 70. And thankfully we're not a fighting Pokemon, so they can only do 70 damage. Now the possible outcome there would have been to evolve Baneri with the Evosoda, but with only one Evosoda in the game right now, or in the deck at the moment, I don't really need it. And we're most likely going to go down here. Luxio is coming in. Luxio doesn't have the strength to take you out. We're going to go for that electric counter. That's going to be a mighty 80 damage. But we're going to actually take 90 due to that frozen splash. So there isn't a whole lot more we can do. We got knocked out. It was a quick game. Walrein came out really quick. That's how theme decks work. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. It's not the end of the world, though. We can always come back in the next game. Our next game is going to be against Pivotino. I'm sorry, guys. I can't pronounce names. Especially some of these names where they are really out there. We get to call the coin one more time. We're going to lose it again. I don't know why my computer is really laggy today, but it is. It's alright. The last game went okay, so hopefully this one goes just as well. We get a couple different options, and I'm most likely going to lead with the... Am I going to literally lead with Pidgey? We get to Sand Attack and Ambush, and we can Evisode into Pidgeot. Yes, that is the play. That is the play. We will put Helioptile on the bench to give us a little bit of support, but I'm hoping that with all this luck we've got right here, we can get Pidgeot going on, get some Strong Gust going, kind of do exactly what happened in the last battle, but this time to our opponent, not us. So they are selecting their last few Pokemon. There's our bench. There's the prizes, and we see a Miltank. I don't like seeing that up front. Mind you, it's going to take a bit of energy to get going. We're going to see if they get any items, because we can peck them off with Pidgey. We're going to see a Swoobat hit the field, or not hit the field, but from the Great Ball. Energy drop onto the Ralts, and that's going to be their turn. We're going to see a Luxio, which is alright by my standpoint. But we are going to simply just do 10 damage, get this game a-rolling. There's a lot of damage on that Miltank we need to do, and we need to start it off quick. We don't want to get this Ralts leveling up quick, because Gallade's going to come in and hurt us quite a bit. It's going to be another energy drop onto the Ralts. No evolution, which is going to be our benefit here, as we're going to evolve into Pidgeotto, and hopefully next turn into Pidgeot. So there's our second energy, and we're going to go for an ambush. We're going to flip our coin. We're going to try and do 40 damage. We do get that 40 damage. So this guy only has 50 HP left. Now, hopefully, on the following turn, with the Evisode, as long as Pidgeot is not prized, I can evolve and start going for Strong Gusts. There's a Fiery Torch. I don't really want to use it just yet. We're going to go for that Evisode, and there it is, Pidgeot! We are going to evolve, and hopefully we stand a big chance now. We're going to attach that third energy and go for that Strong Gust. Now he's in trouble. We can do 120 damage. We are in control here. There's another energy. I can start setting up that Helioptile or draw with the Fiery Torch. Most likely the first one, though. So we're going to see a Swoobat come into play. He's going to most likely Energy Gift. That way he can start grabbing some energy, but he does need an energy to do so. And unfortunately, with the way our opponent's been playing, he most likely has to draw everything at the moment. So the Curly does come into play. And I have a feeling we won't be seeing it until the other 3 Pokemon are knocked out. We're going to simply attach this to Helioptile. We're going to go for that Strong Gust, and we're going to continue forcing our opponent into a bad corner. We're going to take prizes. We're taking names. We even got a Helioptile. That is what I want to call luck right there. So the Curly is coming in. That third energy. He's got the Gallade. And we're going to see a Swift Lunge. And he's forcing us to switch. So we're going to take 80. And I'm going to set up the Shinx. We're going to evolve into Helioptile. And unfortunately, in this regard, I am going to have to Parabolic Charge. I'd like to retreat, but he can knock my Pidgeot out in the following turn. and I don't really want that. We kind of got pressured out at the wrong time, but we are going to Parabolic Charge. Grab a couple energies, couple lightning. We need to get this Luxio going. If anything, Luxio could be our turnaround. Mind you, it didn't do enough damage in the last game, but Gallade is definitely a threat. So Swift Lunge, we're going to see 80. I'm going to switch in Pidgeot. We're going to get some damage onto it, hopefully aiding in our Shinx's life. I'm going to attach an energy. I'm going to keep all 3 energies for now. I don't know if I'm actually going to get into it. And I'm going to go for the Strong Gust. 60 damage is 60 damage. Forces my opponent down to 80. And I will switch back into the Heliolisk. We're going to lose both Mons. But at the cost, we're going to take out the Gallade. He has no energy, which is perfect for us. We're going to go into Heliolisk. All those cards hitting the discard. Poor Pidgeot. We're going to get another energy, so this time I can go for the Fiery Torch, discarding a fire energy, and hopefully get some more. Oh, we got another Helioptile. So I'm going to set it up. On the following turn, we can Heliolisk, and we should be able to knock out our opponent. He's currently sitting at 60 damage, so that's 80 damage he's at. We just need him to knock out this Heliolisk, so I'm going to grab 2 more energies with Parabolic Charge. This time I'll grab 2 Fire Energy. Our opponent is going to Potion, so this is actually bad for us. 30 damage means we are out of range of knocking out Gallade. So I will have to send in the Helioptile. We might risk the... Well, we can't damage this guy at all. He's going to attach another energy to Gallade. So, Heliolisk, we need you to come in. There goes another prize. So we are now tied 4 for 4. However, what he doesn't know is Shinx is our man of choice. I'm going to set Pidgey up in case he potions again. I want to make sure that we are in range. But 120 damage should be easy enough with Luxio. I will attach another... Yeah, we can attach another Lightning Energy to Shinx. And we are simply going to end the turn. Unfortunately, our Helioptiles, who are the mascot of this deck, are just going to take an early plunge. Powerful Storm is going to do 100 damage. But we are going to come in here now. We are in range. Shinx is ready to knock this guy out. We have our Luxio. We're going to follow Pidgeot into Pidgeotto. We are going to... Or not evolve. We're going to energy drop there. And we're going to go for the electric counter. We're going to knock out this Gallade. You are no threat to us. Not anymore. There's our prize. We're getting another Shinx. And our opponent is in a very bad location. Bad position. He's deciding hard here. Which Pokemon is it that he needs less? It looks like it's a Skitty. I kind of agree with him. But at we're at 3v3 right now. He does get some energies going here. So he might power up that Golett. Or the Ralts. He's deciding hard on this one. Mind you, it is at a very bad position. He needs to completely set up a new Pokemon, and he seems to think Miltank is going to be the way to go. So he's going to pass the turn. We're going to get a Torkoal, and I'm going to start setting up this bad boy. Flamethrower is going to definitely help us out. We're going to go for that electric counter. We're going to do 120, knocking out Skitty. We're going to claim our 4th prize. We only have 2 more to go. We get a Ponytail. We may actually be able to use that Rapidash in the back. He is going to set up that Golett. It's not enough, though, to knock us out. He does have a Kirlia, though. Now he has the potential now to go for a Gallade again, which would be very bad for us because it would be 2 Pokemon now in a very tight situation. We are going to simply attach another energy to Torkoal. We're going to go for that electric counter. He needs a perfect turn here to stay in the game. But I do think we actually have this one. I'm not putting all my eggs in one basket, but I do think we have this game. Now, he does lead with the Miltank. If he pulls or had a Gallade in his hand from the go, no, he's just got Powerful Friends for 10. That is going to be the game. We are going to get our turn, but I am going to... Whoa. I am simply going to Electric Counter, knock out this Miltank, and that is going to give us the victory on this one. So, overall, we had 1 win, 1 loss. The games were a little long, I think, so I'm not going to play a third one. I like to keep them around 25 to half an hour if I can. But anyway, thank you for watching, guys. As you can see, Brilliant Thunder is definitely brilliant. Has a lot of really neat niches behind it. We had the energy draw from Helioptile. We have the brute force behind Pidgeot. And if worse comes to worse, we do have Luxio to come back and give us that game-breaking mechanic in Electric Counter. So, until next time, guys, thank you for watching. Hit that like button if you really enjoyed this one. It does appreciate. I'd love to let people see these videos. But until next time, time out.